So, it seems that a new balance patch is coming to Elsword, and I have incredible news for those who would like to change your main character again. I know I'm going back to my dear Aura. What? I have always liked Aura, but switching to Lytia made me realize that I have to invest in her all over again, implying greater financial investments in Elsword, which I can't afford right now. So I'm going back to my dear Aura, and it will be really great indeed. She's already ready to dominate all the content anyway. With the arrival of this new balance patch, there will obviously be a class change tickets and weapon attribute change tickets. However, KOG also made a statement and said that it will provide equipment and character change tickets in this balance patch event. Excellent, right? For those of you who wanted to switch your Tenebrous or X skill equipment to another character, now it is your time. As for the balance patch itself, I will be honest. I liked that they are buffing some characters who had certain problems with dungeon map clearing, especially for those who like to do EXP farming content solo, since this balance was mainly focused on clearing EXP dungeons in Atmaran and secondly aimed at improving some characteristics of characters that fall behind in dual raids. I will leave a link in the description for you to check all the changes in this balance and see if your characters will receive buffs or nerfs. I was already planning to switch to Devi, considering the X skill equipment change. My aura would definitely benefit from stronger equipment than Tenebrous. However, I see that Devi will have her energy wave skill change, as well as her mod skill. We need to see how those skills change will be applied, and we will see that in this week, so don't miss the update that I will bring here. What I personally expect from Devi, considering that I will be doing the class change to her and her skill will be reworked in a way that will become another skill, the passive that allowed the skill size increase was changed, so that it will be possible to apply 25 more damage to the mob affected by the skill, which I will be calling Hadouken. After all, it really looks like an orange Hadouken that Devi strolls on the stage and goes in a straight line. I don't think this passive change it is a bad thing. After all, for map clearing purpose, it is pretty trash to be honest. It only became interesting when you applied the skill to giant mobs and you could hit both the 25 damage increase on the top part of the skill and the bottom part, applying 50 more damage if you hit the entire skill on the mob in this question. But this skill was never meant to deal damage, it was meant to clear maps. So I hope this gets changed in a way that becomes efficient for map clearing and truly benefits her in Atmaran XP phase. But Airon! Devi already have the Huados Descents and that's a huge skill for map clearing. Yes, but the skill takes about 5 seconds to finish, applying its damage, and you won't benefit the map clearing with this skill because of that. You need a faster skill with direct damage if you want to clear dungeons, like Apsara's Dragon for example. It has low bravery damage, but it has splash damage, the skill is huge and that makes extremely effective and attractive for those who want to simply farm XP. Several other characters received their respective buffs and honestly, I thought the balance patch was good if the intention was solely dungeon clearing, as they emphasized very well during the announcement. However, it seems that Korean players are very upset with this balance, and I will tell you why. KOG, until some time ago, had a way of operating where they brought some kind of balance patch every 2 months. But this wasn't given proper consistency, so they stated that significant balance patch would come to the game every 6 months. That's quite a leap in terms of frequency, and obviously, people expect major changes in character balancing. Maybe even new skills being reworked to adjust to new content and improve the performance of some characters with terrible skill designs. From that perspective, it is understandable why Korean players think that this balance patch is trash and have made harsh criticism in the posts about this update in their own forum, posting emojis of lying men as a way to satirize the way the KOG works with the Elsword, as if they were just lying down and doing low quality work. Considering that KOG has already made compensation with apologies due to some changes, it is possible that it reached a proportion that KOG offers some bonus to players, since it wasn't an update that pleased players over there. Does that mean that we'll change the balance patch update at the last minute? No. It will probably remain the same, and the balance patch will stay as until the content arrives later in this week, and that's why I believe we might see some kind of compensation coming. Before ending this video, I must comment on something here with all of you. Personally speaking, I think it's really good that KOG is offering equipment change tickets along with the balance patch that may come in the future. After all, such tickets are extremely expensive in the shop. For you to have an idea, if you just want to change your access skill equipment from one character to another, you have to expend 16,200 KC, totally around $162 US, and even reaching over 200 Canadian dollars at time, which is very expensive. The first time that we had this kind of equipment change tickets experience was during this year's summer update, which allowed me to transfer the access crew equipment to my Lydia to announce the change of my main character. I won't put my hand in the fire and tell you that this tends to be a recurring behavior, the delivery of the equipment change tickets in the future balance patch that KOG will make for us, but I will say that I will give them a positive point in this case, because after all, it does offer more freedom and versatility for players to test new characters with strong and suitable equipment for each type of situation. Anyways, I will be ending the video here. Thanks for watching, guys. I will be signing off, but don't worry, I will see you in game.